What's up guys, it's Light Spiral here with another top 5 video, and this week I'm doing the top 5 farmable farmers in Summoners More. Now, to start this off, there really aren't very many good, like top-notch farmable farmers. Like a lot of these other top 5s I've been doing, it's been kind of like, you know, really debatable between like which one should actually be the top 5, because there's a lot of good ones. Like, you know, when I was doing like the top 5 nat 4s and nat 3s and top 5 water wind, there's a ton of good ones, but in terms of farmable farmer monsters, there's really not that many like above average like farmable monsters that you can farm with. Of course, you know, if you have amazing runes, pretty much any monster can solo whichever level you're trying to go for. But I'm just going to be talking about the like top 5 of those. So the ones that are the way it's going to be judged is going to be based on how fast they farm it, how consistent they are at farming it, and how hard it is to get runes for them to farm it. So the first I'm just going to go through 3 honorable mentions, and the first honorable mention that I have is going to be under the water, and it's going to be Dagora, the water warbear. Now, he can farm Feynman or Tamor or Haidini for you, but he's going to do it really slow, and for Feynman he does have to have pretty good runes to solo Feynman Hell, and that's why he's coming in on those, because he is really consistent, but for every bit that he is consistent, he's slow, so I don't really like him that much. The next one I have it's another honorable mention, is going to be the Water Magic Knight, if I can find it here, Lapis. And Lapis, if you make her Despair Revenge, can be a really good Feynman or Tamor farmer, but the only problem is that sometimes if you're unlucky, your Despair procs won't go off very much, and if you're trying to farm Feynman, you're going to die if those Despair procs don't go. So it is really like RNG based whether she can actually be a good farmer or not, and that's why I didn't put her in the top 5, but she can farm if you have luck on your side. And the last honorable mention I have is to a wind monster, the wind Inugami, if I can find it here. It's Rama, and if you run him with Vampire, he can farm Haidini pretty quick, because his first skill can Death Break, and then his third skill is what's really going to do damage. It's going to do damage based on your defense and based on the enemy's current state of HP. So he's not going to do it very fast. That's why he's down here. Also, if all you can farm is Haidini, I'm not going to really rank you that high, because people do farm Haidini, but most people like to farm Feynman or Aiden, and Tamor's up there too. But so now, actually getting into the top 5, in the 5th place spot, I have the Water Golem, or Toon, or Kun, or I don't know how you pronounce it, but it's a defense monster, and basically the reason why he's so good, or I don't know, I don't like calling him so good, it's like you can really only farm, and the reason I think he can do good is because he can stun, and he can freeze, and he's a defense monster whose attack power or attacks are scaled on defense, and his third skill, which is a passive, makes it so when your HP is when you're under half health, the inflicted damage is going to be 40% less. So if you rune him with a ton of defense, he can easily solo Tamor, and he can solo Feynman pretty dang quick with high enough defense, and he's going to be doing crowd control, and he's not going to be taking a lot of damage. So that's why I'd say he deserves the 5th spot, in my opinion, but he's really not viable for anything outside of farming, also in my opinion, so not really my favorite one, and that's why he's coming in at 5th. For the 4th place spot, I have a monster whose purpose is not really farming. It's the Light Bearman, or Aleman. I don't really think his purpose is for farming, but he does a pretty good job at it. I haven't ever seen an Aleman farm Feynman, and maybe you guys have, but I definitely haven't. But he'll definitely be able to farm Tamor with ease, Haidini with ease, everything before Haidini with ease, and basically what it is he has a ton of he has a reasonable amount of HP, and his passive makes it so every time you get a crit, it recovers all allies by 12% of his max HP, but for this case he's only recovering himself because he's soloing these levels, and so if you have a 100% crit rate on him, he heals 12% of his HP every turn, and if he has a lot of HP, he's not going to be losing more than 12% HP every turn, and he'll be able to finish the levels. And the reason he's coming in so slow is, although he is very consistent, he's very slow too. Now, the third place spot I have is actually a fusion monster, and it was actually the Feynman farmer I use is Susanoo, and basically there's not too much special about him. This passive makes it so it's reduced odds of getting a critical hit, and it increases your resistance by 50%. That is nice for soloing Feynman and for soloing Tamor, because in Tamor you won't get put to sleep, and in Feynman you won't get death breaked as much. But the thing that makes, like, the reason he's not higher up is really just the runes required. Just to make any Feynman farmer does require pretty good runes and a 6-star monster. And whereas the first place monster, I just off topic a little bit, the first place monster can solo at 5 stars. But this one, you need it to be 6-star. You need to have good runes on it. You need vampire runes on it for him to win. He can do it really fast if you give him enough attack power to one-shot all the Hellhounds and the Inugamis. And I just have him coming in at third just for the fact that he's not as consistent as the first two at farming. Now, going on to second place, I do have the Wind Warbear, Rama, and as soon as it loads up here on the screen, there we go, he is a very slow farmer, and he's going to be able to farm Tamor and Haidini for you, and Aiden for you. If you build him with enough, Aiden, you have to 6-star him pretty much, and if you build him with Vampire and whatever else you want, Energy, Shield, Revenge, probably Energy though, what he can do is his third skill will deal the amount of damage to the target as you've lost in HP. So if you have Vampire runes, let's say you have a 30k Ramagos and you've lost 10k HP, so you're sitting on 20k still, but you clean shot, then you're going to deal 10k damage to the target, and you're going to recover 3,333 or whatever damage or health back, and then if you kill it, you get an extra turn, and you can use this crouch, which will recover your HP by another 30% and increase your defense. So he's going to be very consistent at farming and do it good, but he's going to be very slow at it just because he doesn't deal that much damage. And the number one farmer I have, I'm sure a lot of you guys probably guessed it. It is the Fire Inugami, or Rayok, who I actually have never built, but now I don't really need to, but I do wish I would have done it when I was a lower level player, because I used to try and solo Tamor all the time with Ramagos or Arnold, and it was really slow, and this would have been much faster. And basically what Rayok brings to the table is he does a good amount of damage, he has a chance to attack break, he has a chance to have 2 attacks in one turn. This one's kind of useless when he's by himself, and the passive is what makes these runs go by really fast. If you kill an enemy, you get an extra turn. So I've seen videos on the internet of people who have their Rayoks with so much damage they can one-shot everything, but so literally they can clear Tamor as fast as Rayok can kill whatever it is, 12 monsters, 11, I don't know how many there is. There's like 5, 4, and then 3 monsters. So there's 12 monsters if I have that right. He can kill 12 monsters as fast as he can get 12 animations done, and he can be really good at Tamor farming. For Feynman farming, I have seen him do Feynman farming, but you might as well just go with a water monster if you want a Feynman farmer. And so Rayok does make it in at number 1 for that, like the reason of how fast he can do it, and he can solo Tamor 3 hell at 5 stars if you have vampire runes on him. So that's what I have for today, guys. Be sure to tell me in the comments section if there's anything you agree or disagree with that I said here today, as well as any other kind of top 5 you'd like to see. And that's all for today, guys, though. So may the best year today's be the worst year tomorrow's.